The story I'm about to tell you sounds like something straight out of a movie. It includes a famous singer, a heartbreaking tragedy, and a conspiracy theory that many people still talk about today. The whole thing began when comedian Katt Williams started exposing secrets about people in Hollywood. According to him, many celebrities didn't become famous because of talent alone. He claims that some of them had to give up something important to gain success, but he always says allegedly, means nothing is proven. One of the names that people believe he hinted at is the famous singer Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson is loved all over the world for her beautiful singing and amazing acting. But some people think her rise to fame happened too fast, and that the terrible tragedy in her family might have something to do with it. But before we dive deeper into theories, let's go back to the beginning, because the real story is incredibly sad. On October 24, 2008, Jennifer Hudson received a phone call she never expected. She was told that her mother, Darnell Donnerson, and her brother Jason Hudson had both died. This news alone was crushing. But things got even worse when police arrived at their house. They noticed that someone else was missing: Jennifer's 7-year-old nephew, Julian King. He was supposed to be with Jennifer's mother and brother that day, but he was nowhere to be. This immediately made the police fear something terrible had happened at first. Officers had two main ideas: kidnapping for ransom. Maybe someone took Julian to demand money from Jennifer, since she was becoming famous. He ran away because he was scared after seeing something horrible. But 3 days later, both theories were proven wrong. The police found an SUV parked on the west side of Chicago. Inside the back seat, they found the lifeless body of little Julian. It was the same tragic fate that had taken the lives of Jennifer's mother and brother. Next to the car, officers found a gun. They believed it was the weapon used in all 3 deaths. The entire city was shocked. Jennifer was heartbroken. And everyone wanted to know who did this. It didn't take long for police to make an arrest. Their main suspect was William Balfour. He was the estranged husband of Jennifer's sister, Julia. Police and prosecutors believe that William committed the crime because of a fight with Julia about another man she was seeing. But William's lawyer insisted that he was innocent. He claimed police only blamed him because they were under pressure to solve the case quickly. Still, when the trial began, more details started to come out. Several pieces of evidence pointed toward William. One, a witness spoke against him. A woman named Brittany of Howard testified that William asked her to lie for him and say he was with her on the day of the crime, even though he wasn't. 2. Jennifer and her sister testified. Both Jennifer and Julia took the stand and said things that didn't support William's innocence. 3. Forensic evidence. This part gets interesting. William's DNA was not found on the weapon. His DNA was not found on the crime scene. But a police analyst told the jury that there was gunshot residue on the steering wheel of William's car. Another analyst said that just because his DNA wasn't on the gun doesn't mean he never touched it. He could have worn gloves. And some people naturally shed fewer skin cells, even though the evidence wasn't perfect. Everything together made the jury believe he was guilty. After reviewing the testimonies and the evidence, the jury found William Balfour guilty on all charges. He was sentenced to 3 consecutive life sentences, meaning he will spend the rest of his life in prison, with no chance of parole. But even after receiving this huge punishment, William kept saying, "I did not do this. I was framed." He never said who framed him. And that silence made people very curious. Some people believe that Jennifer Hudson knew exactly what William meant. The reason: in 2020, Jennifer publicly said she had forgiven William, the man convicted of killing her mother, brother, and nephew. This surprised many people. Most could not understand how anyone could forgive someone who caused so much pain. Forgiveness is personal, but the public reaction was intense. People on the internet began forming theories. And one of the most popular, although unproven, theories was that Jennifer's fast rise to fame was somehow connected to this tragedy. Again, these are just theories. Nothing has ever been proven. But conspiracy theories grow fast, especially when someone becomes successful quickly, according to some conspiracy theorists, not facts. Jennifer Hudson joined a secret group called the Illuminati, a group that people online say controls the entertainment industry. The theory says, if you join the Illuminati, they make you famous. But you must sacrifice something extremely important. Again, this is not proven. This is online speculation only. Some people went to the extreme of saying Jennifer sacrificed 3 family members to achieve the level of fame she now has. The theory says this would explain why her rise was fast. Her success was huge. Her career exploded shortly after the tragedy, but again, these are rumors. Nothing more after the heartbreaking tragedy in her family. Jennifer Hudson disappeared from the public for a while. She needed time to heal, to grieve, and to understand how her life had completely changed in just a few days. Losing 3 close family members is unimaginable for anyone, and for Jennifer. It was the lowest point of her life. But after months of silence, she returned in a way that surprised the whole world. In early 2009, the world was watching the Super Bowl, one of the biggest events in the United States. That year, during the pregame show, Jennifer Hudson walked onto the stage to sing the national anthem. Everyone wondered, would she be able to sing after everything she had gone through? Would she be emotional? Would she break down? But when the music began, Jennifer's voice rose strong, powerful, and emotional. Many people cried while watching. Her voice carried both pain and strength. It was like she was telling the world, I am hurt, but I will not break. This single performance reminded millions of people why Jennifer was special. And it reopened the doors to her career. Only months later, Jennifer released her first ever studio album titled Jennifer Hudson. The album was filled with emotional songs, beautiful vocals, and strong messages. It talked about love, pain, hope, and courage, things Jennifer understood deeply. The world loved it. Here's what happened. The album became very popular. Critics praised her voice, fans supported her even more, and she won the Grammy Award for Best R&B Album of the Year. Winning a Grammy is one of the biggest honors any musician can receive. And Jennifer got hers with her debut album, something very few artists achieve. This is one of the reasons conspiracy theorists later said her success was too fast. But in reality, Jennifer had been working hard since childhood. Still, people began whispering. Jennifer wasn't just a singer, she was also an actress. And she quickly showed the world that she could shine in both fields. She starred in the musical movie Dreamgirls as Effie White. Her performance was so powerful that she won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress. Winning an Oscar is one of the highest achievements in acting. Many people work for decades and never win one, but Jennifer won it at the very beginning of her movie career. She didn't stop there. In the following years, she acted in more films, she performed on Broadway, her live performances gained huge popularity. Her theater work earned her another Grammy in 2017. She received a Daytime Emmy Award in 2021. She later helped produce a musical that won a Tony Award. With these wins, Grammy, Emmy, Oscar, and Tony, Jennifer became one of the very few people in the world to achieve EGOT status. She became the 17th person in history to reach this level of achievement. This was another reason people claimed her success happened too fast. One of Jennifer's biggest dreams was to play her musical hero, Aretha Franklin, in a movie. Aretha Franklin herself even chose Jennifer to portray her. That's how much she respected her talent. In 2021, Jennifer starred in the biographical film Respect. She trained for months, learning Aretha's singing style, understanding her story, studying her emotional depth, and mastering her iconic voice. The film was a success, and Jennifer's performance won praise from fans and critics around the world. Jennifer didn't limit herself to singing and acting. She joined the judging panel of The Voice, both in the US and the UK, on the show. She mentored young singers, she gave advice, she shared her experience, and she connected with millions of viewers. People loved her personality, her humor, and her kindness. Her popularity continued to grow. In September 2022, Jennifer launched her very own talk show called The Jennifer Hudson Show. This was a huge moment in her career because only the most loved and respected celebrities get there. Own talk shows. Her show featured interviews with celebrities, stories of inspiring people, fun games, live performances, emotional conversations, community heroes, heartwarming surprises within a short time. The show aired 350 episodes, and the number keeps growing. People love watching Jennifer talk to guests with warmth and genuine emotion. She is easy to relate to, and her positive energy draws viewers in. By now, we've seen two things clearly. Jennifer Hudson suffered one of the worst personal tragedies imaginable. Her career rose higher and faster than almost any celebrity in the entertainment world. These two facts, happening close together, caused many people to start asking questions, and eventually, conspiracy theories began forming online. But to understand what these theories claim and what the truth actually looks like, we have to break things down carefully. Conspiracy theories don't appear out of nowhere. They grow because certain things feel strange, confusing, or too dramatic. To be real, let's look at why some people suspect Jennifer was part of something darker. Some people think her career exploded too soon after losing her mother, brother, and nephew. She performed at the Super Bowl only months later. Her debut album won a Grammy soon after. She got huge roles, awards, and major recognition. To some people, this timing feels suspicious. To others, it feels like a strong woman trying to rebuild her life. But timelines alone are not proof. People cope with grief differently. Even though the evidence was strong enough for conviction, William Balfour always insisted, "I'm innocent, I was framed." But he never explained by who or why. This created a mystery. People began filling in the blanks with guesses, ideas, and theories. Some internet users suggested Jennifer knew what he was talking about. Others felt that if he was lying, he would have eventually admitted the truth. But he never did, still. Many criminals claim innocence even when guilty, so this alone doesn't prove anything. In 2020, Jennifer said that she forgave William. For many people, this was confusing. How can you forgive the man who took your family? They asked, but forgiveness doesn't always mean believing someone is innocent. Some people forgive to heal themselves, not to defend the other person. However, for conspiracy theorists, this statement added fuel to the fire. Katt Williams has a long history of calling out the entertainment industry. He often says, Hollywood is controlled by secret groups. Certain celebrities sell their souls. Some people become famous unnaturally fast. Tragedies follow success he never mentioned. Jennifer's name directly in the beginning, but fans connected the dots themselves. Once they did, the theory spread like wildfire on social media. One of the biggest conspiracy theories is that famous people join a secret society called the Illuminati. The rumor claims you get fame and success, but must sacrifice something. Important, usually a close family member, of course. The Illuminati theory has been around for decades and is often directed at successful Black artists, including Beyoncé, Jay-Z, Rihanna, and more. Jennifer became another name added to the list. Not because of proof, but because of timing and internet speculation. Her success didn't happen overnight. She sang in church as a little girl, she performed in local events, she worked at her craft for years, she gained national attention on American Idol. Hollywood noticed her talent, her voice and talent were always recognized. Long before the tragedy, some people shut down after loss. Others throw themselves into their work to survive the pain. Jennifer has said in interviews that music saved me. Performing helped me stay alive. So her career rise might not be a mystery. It might be her way of coping. While not perfect, the case had his movements on the day of the crime, witness testimony, gunshot residue in his car, motive connected to jealousy. history of threats toward the family, a timeline that matched police findings. Most experts agree that the conviction was legally sound. People believe shocking stories because they are dramatic, they feel exciting, they make tragedies feel explainable, they turn randomness into meaning. But just because a theory is interesting doesn't mean it is true. Jennifer is gifted. Her voice is world-class. Her acting is powerful. Her personality is lovable. Her work ethic is strong. Her performances are unforgettable. She wasn't chosen by a secret group. She was recognized for genuine skill.